The eCom Q4 Summit was created to prove that any seller can experience a highly profitable fourth quarter with access to the right tips, strategies, and techniques. There's no need to struggle trying to figure out what to sell, where to find it, or how much to list it for. The summit covers everything from sourcing to listing to marketing and streamlining your operations. It doesn't matter if you're selling on one platform or multiple platforms like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Walmart. And it doesn't matter if you're a new seller or an experienced seller. The information in the summit will help you get sale after sale after sale after sale during the busiest shopping season of the year, if you take massive action. So welcome to the eCom Q4 Summit.
Hi guys, my name is Gracey Ryback, and thank you so much for checking out my presentation on influencer marketing. And hopefully today you will learn all the things that you need to start your first influencer marketing campaign. So a little bit about me. My name is Gracey, like I said, and I've been an Amazon influencer for a little over 2 years now. So I started actually with creating content on TikTok. That is my main platform. And since then have expanded to over 6 other platforms and have driven multiple 7 figures of revenue to Amazon in my first year. And I've learned a lot of the ins and outs of how influencer marketing works. And hopefully we'll be able to share that with you guys today. And we also kind of touch on a couple topics like Amazon Live and UGC, shoppable video, stuff like that. So I've also been streaming with Amazon Live since the beginning of 2021 and have been an A-list Amazon Live creator working closely with Amazon. And that has been really fun. And I've also been able to kind of dabble in UGC and shoppable videos for Amazon products as well. So we'll talk about all that for your brand. Let's jump into it. And I'm going to try to make the presentation kind of like a little bit of a Q&A session, because I featured a lot of the questions that I've gotten in the past year or two about influencer marketing. And I want to highlight just to answer a couple of those questions for you guys. So influencer marketing, the new strategies for a new era of online marketing. All right, so let's get started. So what is influencer marketing in a nutshell? It involves influencers. And I know you're probably thinking of the celebrity type of influencer, which is not what we're talking about today. An influencer is actually a person. It could be you, it could be me. It could be anybody who has the power to affect purchasing decisions because of their authority, product knowledge, position, or relationship with their audience in whatever niche they may be in. A person doesn't necessarily have to have a niche, but it usually helps because then they're more trusted in that particular topic. And a brand can actually utilize influencers to reach their influencers' audience and share their brand or product with them. So instead of trying to spend your time as a brand owner building your own audience, building your own community, you can actually reach the influencers community through these influencer marketing campaigns, because you as a brand owner are probably very busy doing a million other things that you have to handle. So what consumers think about influencers is really interesting. Hopefully you guys can see behind my little screen here, but if not, I'll just move myself over. So actually a lot of people nowadays are going to influencers or people that they know or follow on social media for their purchasing decisions. So a lot of people spend their time on social media in consuming and engaging in this type of content. And because of that, they will then be influenced to see the products and the other things that the influencers are sharing. So that's kind of in a nutshell what influencer marketing is. So what can I achieve for my brand by using influencer marketing? Really, really good question that I always get. And hopefully you guys can see this. I realize that the font is a little bit of a light color, but it does all these things. It gets more eyes on your product and product listing. It creates more brand awareness for your product. It also allows you to take advantage of Amazon's brand referral bonus program, which we'll touch on at the end of the presentation. It increases your sales revenue and profit, of course, and you can also generate UGC style content, reviews, demos, testimonials around your product. You can optimize space on your Amazon listings that is there already that you might not know how to take full advantage of. It can increase your bestseller ranking on Amazon. It can boost your keyword ranking for your specific products and reduce your average cost of sale in PPC and pay ads or whatever other marketing channel you're using. So those are the couple things that influencer marketing can do. And why is it so effective? I think with this era of kind of social media and influencers just being more authentic and being more real and having a really, really, really high level of trust with their audience, people are still buying things as they always were, but now they have an extra avenue to kind of do product research with. So everybody kind of has a buying cycle when you're talking about consumer psychology. So there's the recognition of need, meaning like, hey, like I'm looking for a new stapler, but there's obviously millions of staplers on the market. I wonder which one I should look at. So some might go to Google and look up product reviews. Some might go to YouTube and look up product reviews. Some people might go to social media and search up keywords and look at what content is around staplers, for example, to get more knowledge about their product search. So that's what we call information search. And then we can look at the alternatives. There's this one, there's different factors to consider. There's price, there's features, there might be a million other factors as well. But whatever influences our purchasing decision is partially affected by what other people think of the product already. So then you buy the product. But what TikTok kind of does, and we'll touch on all this soon, what TikTok kind of does, it kind of disrupts the purchasing decisions. And instead of having to go through all the factors of what you have to consider before making a purchase, it kind of makes it a seamless loop where you discover a product and immediately, based on what kind of content you're watching and what the influencer is doing with the product, you will be immediately influenced to buy, or you will at least leave the video knowing a lot more about the product than you would if you just saw a picture and a price of it, like on a product listing, for example. All right. Learn about what actually consumers are trusting these days. So if you look at this graph right now, anything under this, I would say, is dwindling down, but anything over on top of the red arrow is something that I think we should focus on. So a lot of people go to recommendations from people that they know when looking for a new product. They look at consumer opinions posted online. And again, this isn't like paid reviews. This isn't like sponsored advertising. This is consumer opinions, aka reviews, honest reviews posted online. And then there's editorial content in articles, there's websites, there's email marketing, and then anything kind of like after the red arrow is paid. Ads on TV, brand sponsorships, magazine ads, newspaper ads, radio ads, movie ads, anything like that, it kind of dwindles down in consumer trust, and people just don't like to be sold to. And that's just human nature, I think. So when we're talking about influencers, there is a difference to mention between influencers and celebrities. So celebrities are great. They obviously have very, very wide reach. They obviously have a huge audience and might be a household name. But the issue there is that me personally, and I don't know about you, I personally don't have that much relatability to Kylie Jenner or those like really, really high level celebrities that we think of when we think of influencers. Because they don't have that relatability, they kind of lack the trust factor that normal people have between each other, like people like you and me, where we're just normal. I'm not, I don't have millions of followers on Instagram and anything like that, but there is value in that. So with that, if you have a closer knit audience, and if you are more of like a regular person per se, you have more trust factor, you have more authenticity, and you have more relatability. And that really translates when people are looking at you for a purchasing decision or for a product recommendation. And that is what actually influences sales. But because celebrities have that brand reach, they're great for brand awareness. And that's it. So let's talk about TikTok if you're asking what social media platform you should be focusing on right now. So back in the day when I first got started, Amazon was very, very against TikTok because they considered TikTok to be the wild, wild west. They didn't really know what to get from it. They didn't really understand the power of it. But ever since then, they have realized that they have had so many sales driven solely from people just sharing their favorite products on TikTok. So now that they have this internet famous page where they feature these best-selling products, as you guys can see, a lot of these are best-selling products or sold out that have been featured on TikTok. And so people can kind of go to this one place full of TikTok viral products. But if you're wondering which platform to focus on, if you're comparing it to Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, any other platform like that, here are a couple stats to consider. So by the end of September 2021, last year, about a year ago, TikTok had surpassed over 1 billion monthly active users, which is a lot. Hopefully my picture isn't blocking the stats, but TikTok ranks 7 in the world's most active social media platforms. I'm pretty sure it's a higher number now. TikTok reached 1 billion monthly active users. And it also is blocked in India regardless. So like they also have a huge global population on the app too. And TikTok kind of skyrocketed to fame. It took a much shorter time to skyrocket to the point where it is at now compared to the other platforms. And a lot of TikTok's population is between the ages of 18 to 24, but never think that your audience, even if your product is for a more mature audience, that they don't exist on TikTok. They are on TikTok, even if they're not the most popular age demographic. And also women aged 18 to 24 have a huge share in TikTok's audience. And as we know, women are probably more influenceable to buy things, as I know I am. So those are the stats on TikTok. And what makes TikTok so different from other platforms, TikTok has fully created a cultural shift. And I think all social media platforms are feeling that right now, just based on what we're seeing about Instagram and what they're trying to do with short form video content. They have surpassed attention from YouTube, which used to be like the video search engine. But now, as recent articles have come out, people, or at least younger people, are looking more to TikTok than even Google. So people are saying like, I'll just TikTok it. I'm not going to Google it, because they're going to find video content about the topics that they're wanting to search more information about. And usually these are like product related. So there's a lot of attention on it right now, and even streaming platforms like Netflix and Hulu are starting to feel the effects of TikTok taking the attention away from social media and streaming platforms. All right, so this is just kind of echoing a couple of other stats based on how TikTok has surpassed every other platform in audience engagement. As you can see here, average engagement rate for TikToks is much higher, much higher than Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's just something you're not going to see on any of those other platforms, the amount of engagement that each piece of content can reach once you post it. And also, the engagement just keeps going up, and the other platforms' engagement is either stagnating or going down. And the cool thing about TikTok is that it's so easy to reach new audiences. After you post every piece of content, it's not only going to your following, but it's actually going to a brand new audience on the For You feed or For You page, where you can reach brand new people that may have never seen you before or never heard of your product. And that's a new opportunity every video you post to reach new people and new eyes. So that's something also that no other social media platform can do for you. And here's another thing. Like I said before, TikTok is not just for kids. TikTok is not just for people 16 to 18. TikTok has people of all ages creating different kinds of content, looking for product recommendations. Just everybody has a different feed on TikTok as well. So you never really know how many people are out there searching for a product like yours. We talked about how many, over 1 billion active monthly users. We have over 2.6 billion worldwide downloads, and they have estimated to pull in over $500 million in spent revenue from just the US since it's been a thing. And obviously these numbers are going to be higher since I made the presentation, but still impressive numbers. So this is a couple of examples of content creators kind of combining Amazon and TikTok. There's this phrase that we use, like, TikTok made me buy it. You may or may not have heard of it before, but it's really common to say, like, oh, I bought this product. It was an impulse purchase. TikTok made me buy it. I saw a video. I was sold. I bought it. And I went in a seamless cycle of hitting the link in the bio of the influencer who brought it to my attention, going to Amazon, purchasing it, and going right back to scrolling on TikTok, and they kind of just move about their day. So as many times as I have done that, I know so many other friends and just other TikTok users who have also done that, and they've just been like, oh, there's a joke that we say. It's like rolling my eyes, opening my Amazon app again, and it's just a very just casual, seamless purchase because they get influenced, and it's like a very quick process. So there are a lot of content creators out there doing Amazon content, making short videos, whether they be testimonials or demos or just reviews of products. There's so many out there in all kinds of different niches, not just beauty and fashion and tech, but like across all niches. And so there is an influencer out there for your brand if you haven't found them yet. So this is one of my favorite examples of a really good product, in my opinion. I love this product, but a product that was originally marketed wrong and now had the opportunity to get marketed right. And let me see if I can play this video.
Here's a story about how an influential cup became one of the most coveted items of the last number of years. This is the Stanley Cup. No, not this Stanley Cup. It's a 40-ounce insulated cup that Stanley marketed towards campers, construction workers, and other people who wanted something rugged and functional to drink out of. Sadly, the product wasn't selling, so they decided to discontinue it. Little did they know, around the same time, a group of women had started an Instagram account called Ryback. One of the founders had gotten her hands on the Stanley Cup and loved it. So when Ryback launched, it was one of the first products that they posted and sold. They'd buy small quantities wherever they could find inventory, and they'd sell out fast. After learning the item was discontinued, the buy guide was able to connect with Stanley, and their message was simple. The product is special, and you've been marketing it all wrong. They convinced Stanley to do a limited run of 5,000 cups, which they marketed to their community of women, and they sold out in a few days. They did this again and again, sold out every time, sometimes in minutes. It's now a viral success. You're lucky if you can get your hands on one. Exact same product, different market strategy.
So this is an amazing example of how the right marketing strategy, in this case, influencer marketing with the buy guide on Instagram, turned this product that was a failed product into one of the most viral water bottles that is now like really hard to find and way overpriced, but it works because people are dying to get their hands on it. All right, glad the video played. All right. So now let's talk about live streaming, almost over $35 billion industry in the next 2 years in the US. And Amazon Live is the 4th most popular e-commerce streaming platform after YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. They are the 4th, and then 5th is TikTok Live. And I'm not sure how this has changed since last year. I'm pretty sure Amazon Live is growing in popularity, but if not, it's still a huge opportunity for Amazon sellers. So here's a Forbes article. Amazon Live video shows us the future of e-commerce. So basically, Amazon Live wanted their piece of the pie in the live streaming bucket. So they started Amazon Live, I do believe, in 2019. In 2019, they were founded, and they started with just like allowing influencers in the Amazon's program to start sharing some of their favorite products on Amazon. And this has grown and changed in the past few years, but it allows buyers to see a real life demo of the product before they ever even purchase it. They can also ask the influencer, who should know about the product and have some product knowledge. They can ask about their opinions or their thoughts or experience with the products. They can, learn new perspectives or new ways to use the product. They can get a real life testimonial in the moment. And they also, since they're seeing the product in real life, they know exactly what to expect, what the product is going to look like. So this actually results in 50% less returns, because most returns come from the product not being what the consumer is expecting. So this does result in 50% off, 50% less returns, which is amazing. So let's talk Amazon Live. Amazon Live has grown a lot in popularity over the last year. They've been focusing a lot on sharing the platform, growing the platform, and finding new influencers to join the platform. So they have also been pushing more brands to take advantage of the platform, and adding new features and incentives for them to do so. So this is what Amazon Live looks like. You can watch Amazon Lives either on mobile or on desktop. Both options are the same. And there are a couple of different tiers of influencers within Amazon Live. So everybody starts out as a rising star influencer. So this gives anybody in the Amazon Influencer Program the ability to live stream. And to join the Amazon Influencer Program, you have to have some sort of following. The requirements are not super specific, but they do have an application process. So all rising stars at the very bottom level are eligible to stream, and they get placement on the Amazon Live page, which you can find by typing Amazon Live in the Amazon search bar. And they also have live stream placement on their influencer storefront. And they also have a middle tier level, which after you stream for a certain amount of time, or after you stream a certain amount of hours, and also drive a certain amount of revenue, then you can apply for insider level. And this gives you placement onto relevant product listings. So your live streams can start to be displayed across Amazon. So if I were to talk about this dry shampoo, for example, then if I were live, then I'd have the potential of showing up on that dry shampoo listing while I am on Amazon live streaming. And then after you again reach a certain number of hours streamed and revenue driven, then you can apply for A-list level. And A-list level is actually personally vetted by a team at Amazon to ensure that you have the quality and product knowledge and just like stream setup, where Amazon knows that you're qualified enough to show up on really heavily trafficked pages, such as the Amazon.com homepage and the Amazon Daily Deals page. So those obviously are super, super valuable places for your product to show up. And that's why I always say you're going to get the most bang for your buck and the best experience with working with A-list Amazon Live influencers. Usually they are more professional. Usually they do have really, really good product knowledge and demonstrations and experience to show your product in the best light possible. And you're also going to get more eyes on your product, which is the whole point of Amazon Live. So those are the different tiers. Now let's talk about what an Amazon live stream looks like. So this is a typical Amazon live stream, one of my previous ones. Here's just kind of the different features to look at. So this is my influencer name, Gracey. Deal Cheats is my brand name, and there's a link to my storefront. So if you click that, normally it would lead you to my influencer storefront, where you could find my previous live streams, my idea lists, where I guide my audience to find certain products, and also my shoppable videos, which we'll talk about soon. If I'm currently live, it'll show like a little red live button here or here. But right now it was previously live, so it'll show that. And then down here, this list of products, which you only see 4 of, but you can actually have up to 40 products per live stream. That is called the product carousel. And since I'm showing this watch right now, this one is featured in a little red box saying featured now. And this little carousel is clickable. So if I were a viewer and I was interested in this watch set, I could click it. It would bring me to the product listing. I, as an influencer, would get commissions off that sale, and the product would then get more eyes on it, get more clicks on it, and more people would be able to check it out and potentially buy as well. And like I said, just the featured products and the product carousel. Any product sold on Amazon is eligible to be featured in an Amazon Live. So if you're selling on Amazon, you're able to do an Amazon Live with your product. And normally I probably talk about roughly 20 to 25 products per live stream. I usually do an hour and a half to 2 hours per live stream. But some people do less products, some people do more products. I usually don't fill the carousel with 40 products per stream. I'll usually do like 20 to 25 per. But people are wondering, is Amazon Live even worth it? And in my opinion, absolutely, if you strategize your campaign correctly. So there are tons of different Amazon Live influencers, different influencers in every niche possible. So whether you're doing, a product in the home or beauty or tech or baby, whatever your product area is, you can find an influencer streaming products that are similar. So finding the right influencer is really, really important. Like I said, I think it's most worth it to work with A-list Amazon Live influencers if you can, because they have the potential to show up on those heavily trafficked pages. And whether you get the sales or not, you're having the brand awareness and the traffic to your listing, and of course, a few sales here and there as well. And so if you do it right, I think Amazon Live is more so of a long-term game than like a one-off play. So I think if you want to get the best experience, you're going to keep doing Amazon Live consistently instead of having like a one-off. So can it be worth it? Absolutely. And here's like a little strategy, that little like marketing hack strategy that I would recommend if you haven't tried out Amazon Live. And this again is completely free to you as a brand owner to do. So this is just a live stream I had featured on the daily deals page. As you guys can see, I have almost 400 concurrent viewers, which is pretty good considering most live streams don't have that many unless that they are featured on the daily deals page. So with this strategy, it involves reaching out to A-list Amazon Live influencers, and you can find them by, you know, seeing who is commonly streaming on the deals page. If they are on the deals page or on the Amazon homepage, you can safely assume that they are an A-list level influencer. And then you can just find some influencers in your niche. And from there, you can reach out to them, offer them a free unit of your product and say, hey, I'm the brand owner of this, that, and the other. I'd love to give you a unit of my product to feature in your, you know, future Amazon live streams. And the keyword here is no pressure, only if you want to. I just would like to share a unit of my product with you because I love your live streams and I love what you're doing. And if this product fits in with your live stream, feel free to include it. And that's all you have to do. Again, if you're demanding that they do actually include your product, then they might respond with like, here are my rates for a partnership. But again, the keyword here is no pressure. So whenever your product is on a deal, for example, if you're running one of the 4 types, so I list the 4 types right here, a lightning deal, a deal of the day, a 7-day deal, or any kind of limited time like red bar deal, then it is eligible for a deal stream. Those deal streams have the potential of showing up on the deals page where it is heavily trafficked. So just reach out to the influencer that you sent your product to. Say like, hey, I'm running a deal on this day, on this day. If you happen to stream and want to include my product, amazing. Would be super grateful if you did. Again, no pressure. Just keep up that relationship, be nice to them. They are humans too. And so that is a great way to get your product in those streams in front of a lot of eyes at no cost to you, because Amazon Live influencers have to have the product in hand to talk about them on Amazon Live. So that's why I'm surrounded by a million products right now. And that's why I have to have like in-hand demos. So if I have a product, I'm much more likely to feature it in my live stream just because I need a product to feature in my live stream as opposed to it being like a paid partnership to do so. So that is my little hack. Hopefully you guys take advantage of it. So let's talk about short shoppable videos. Amazon is turning into a content-focused platform. As you guys probably have known from Amazon posts, from the more content that you've been seeing around Amazon lately, including Amazon Live, they're incentivizing influencers to upload short-form video and photos to their Amazon storefront to use for off-site advertising and help on-site shoppers make better purchasing decisions. And this is exactly what it looks like. So if you're selling on Amazon, you're going to have one of these 2 options. Your product listing under the description, but before the reviews, kind of in that middle of your listing section, you're going to see this videos option. And it's either going to look like this, and you're going to have videos already uploaded to your listing, or it's going to look like this where it says upload video. So if you have upload video and no videos on your listing, you have a little bit of work to do. But if you have this kind of like already videos uploaded of different kinds, then you're doing great and you're doing something right. So these videos can be a tutorial, it could be an unboxing, it could be a demo, it could be a review, it could be just like a roundup of like best like best speakers, best microphones, whatever. It could be any kind of product, any kind of content around your product in any of those categories. And they're uploaded by Amazon influencers about your product. And the requirements is that you have to have the product shown in the videos, in use, or talking about it. But I'll tell you guys how to get influencers to upload products to your listing. And here is the actual secret that a lot of people don't know about. Amazon is actually incentivizing influencers to upload these videos by paying them affiliate commissions. After the buyer watches a certain amount of the shoppable video and then make a qualified purchase, then it's kind of like clicking an affiliate link almost. The influencers gets commission, and Amazon then, you know, gets a purchase or gets a sale. So this is what the back end looks like of the influencer creator hub. We can see our average monthly views, our average duration, average percent of the video viewed, and of course we get to see how many commissions we earned as well. So there's that. And why is it so important? Because this is what I want to highlight as to why, if you don't have any videos, it's really, really important to get some on your listing. So let's say you only have 1 video on your product listing. It's going to look like this. You're going to have the one video on your product listing right here that's actually for your product. And then Amazon, because they don't care if the sale comes from you or your competitor, they get a sale regardless. They're going to show videos for related products under your product listing. in the line of videos that should be about your product. So if I were a consumer with absolutely no loyalty to your brand, I'd be like, oh, cool. Well, actually, I like this video. I like this thumbnail. I'm going to click on it and, and see what they have to say. And this is for a related product, which is your competitor. And if I'm sold by this guy's video, I'm like, all right, that has all the features of what I'm looking for in a car vacuum. I'm sold. I'm going to click on that video. It's going to lead me to your competitor's product page, and they're going to win my sale because of that shoppable short video. So that's why it's super important to have enough videos under your product listing to make sure that your competitors aren't stealing your sales. And you can probably have around 10 to 15 videos total, about 3 pages of 5 videos each, but really you don't have to fill it up as long as you have enough for Amazon not to put related product videos under your listing. So the video could be any one of these topics. It could be an unboxing, first impression, tutorial, demonstration, testimonial, comparison, or series, or like a best roundup. So moving forward to some process. So this is just a couple questions. How do I find the right influencers to partner with? So here's a couple of factors to consider. So definitely look at their style of content. This is how you can vet and know what to expect from the influencer you're working with. What kind of content are they already posting? Then you can look at the engagement that they're getting on their posts. Are they getting absolute crickets when they post? Or do they get a lot of people commenting, saying like, oh, love this, thanks for sharing, I just bought it, blah, blah, blah. And they have a very engaged audience that is like very, very, just like ready to comment on their content. Check out the products that they're incorporating into their content already. Like, are they a fitness influencer? If you're a snack brand, then it might not be a great fit. But if you have a snack food influencer and you have a snack brand, it would be an amazing fit. So check out what products they're already talking about, what their niche is, and what would be a fit that makes sense. Check out their audience demographics. And you might not be able to see this directly, like from what you're seeing already. You can obviously like assume and guess, but the best way to do this would just be ask the influencer, like, what do your audience demographics look like? Like mine, for example, every influencer should know their demographics. Mine is 80% women from the US, 20% men. And that's how I know how to kind of, frame my content to best reach my audience and what they're looking for. So also, you can ask the influencer for a media kit. A media kit is basically a resume for influencers. It features all of their demographics. It features their platforms, their numbers, previous driven revenue, any kind of engagement rate, or any kind of metric that you're looking for when you're considering a campaign with them. It should feature that kind of stuff, and also what kind of content they create. So when you're looking for a media kit, this is a really good example of one on the left, but pretty much you asked for 3 of these metrics, 3 important metrics, and like follower count is not one of the important metrics to look at here. So I would say conversion rate is very, very important, meaning like when they post a product, how much of that product is actually converting to actual sales. Engagement rate being like how much their audience is engaging with their content, and previous driven revenue, so you can get an idea of how much this content creator has actually driven revenue to products. So that's the 3 most important metrics to look for when you're looking at a influencer's media kit. And if it's not featured in the media kit, you can always ask to see if they can provide that for you. So what factors should I be looking for when vetting and searching for influencers? I would say any factor that is in like the red or pink here is an important factor to look at, and anything in the blue or green is going to be less important. So most of all, look at their quality of content, look at the target audience they have, look at their engagement rate, see if they're on brand with your brand. It doesn't have to have a 100% match, but make sure it makes sense. And of course, budget is equally important to you and the influencer. So like I said, with the example, McDonald's wouldn't find a fitness/nutrition influencer to promote their new McRib. It has to make sense. It has to flow naturally or organically so that the influencer doesn't have a hard time, making sense of this product of like, oh, this doesn't fit with my audience, but, I agreed to this campaign. And like that kind of inauthenticity, it is so loud to their viewers. It is so loud and it comes across so just not authentic. It's not genuine, and it doesn't end well for the influencer or the brand, because the brand doesn't get the result that they want, and the influencer then loses trust within their audience. So I think the fit of the influencer is more important than anything. All right, so how do I make sure that the influencer is actually legit? Somebody asked me this really, really good question. They were like, okay, what if the influencer has like all fake followers? Like, how do I find that out? Really good question. Here are 2 resources to check out. The one on the left is called Grin. So they actually let you type in the influencer's Instagram name, and it allows you to kind of see the credibility score, which is a mixture of different metrics, but they take into account the number of following, the engagement rate, how much of their following count is actually real, and how much of their real following actually engages with their content. And also Hype Auditor is another one on the right. They have an IG audits and fake follower check. So it'll actually give you a percentage of how much of their audience is actually real or fake. I personally know influencers out there who have bought, hundreds of thousands of followers, and they buy likes on every post as well to kind of, seem like they have a really, really good engagement rate. And it doesn't work well for either side. So I'm very against this, but here are two really good ways to kind of check just to make sure that the influencer is actually legit. So after that, how do I get accurate reporting for my influencer campaign? Here's a really funny thing. People, buyers, and consumers do not like clicking affiliate links. I don't know why. They usually just try to search it up themselves, which is why it helps with your keyword ranking. They usually just try to find it organically, which helps with, I guess, traffic onto your listing and all that other good stuff. But it often makes reporting for an Amazon influencer very inaccurate. Like, for example, if I really generated, 100 sales for something, I might only see 15 to 20 on my reports because maybe 75 of those came from people searching it organically, even if I was the one who drove the sale or influenced those purchases. So with that, a really good hack to use is to give influencers a social promo code. And that allows you to actually track how many promo codes were used for sales, as opposed to counting on the influencer's backend analytics to be accurate, because they're very inaccurate. And that's just not, it doesn't help either brand or influencer when things are inaccurate like that. So with this, you don't have to offer a 50% off discount. You can offer 5%, 10%, 20% off, whatever kind of margins will fit with that. You can see which influencer drove which sales. So you can have a promo code like Gracey 20 for one influencer, and you can have it like Abby 20, Katie 20, whatever it may be. And you can see, okay, like Gracey 20 was used this times, Abby 20 was used this many times, Katie 20, and you can kind of track your influencers and their success with these promo codes and know that, okay, like even though this might not have been accurate, you can still see how many sales are driven. Anyway, so it also encourages influencers to share across multiple platforms, because then it will incentivize them to like share their promo code, because they feel like they have an exclusive deal on your product that people can take advantage of. But anyway, here's like a real life person saying like, I never buy through the link. I always just screenshot it and find it myself, which I don't understand, but it happens a lot. So how do I actually get a response from influencers? This is like such a popular question. And if you've reached out to influencers and you haven't gotten the response that you've wanted yet, please don't give up just yet. There might be some things to improve with your outreach. So you'd be shocked at the amount of emails that people get that look exactly like the one on the left. It's like, hi, we're looking for influencers to promote a product. Can you do it? Thanks. And like when you get this email, maybe like 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day, it starts becoming a little bit daunting to then go back and be like, the one asking all the questions of like, hey, like, what's your product? What is this? What kind of campaign is this? What are you looking to do? Like, can you offer a discount? Is this paid or gifted? Like, there's so many questions. Are you interested in exclusivity, copyright usage? There's a list of questions that as an influencer, we're wondering when we get approached with like, hey, we're looking for an influencer. So I always recommend to kind of formulate your outreach like this. Always put in the subject line something incentivizing for them to open the email. It doesn't have to be about money. It doesn't have to be like paid partnership. Just say like your brand name, X, their name, partnership, collaboration. We want to work with you. Anything around that would be better than like no subject, right? Or like hello as the subject line. So always say like, hi, introduce yourself, and also refer to the influencer by their name, because I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of people forget that like we are both people on both sides. And so introduce yourself. It is a partnership, and people's feelings matter. So say like, hey, I'm the brand owner, I'm the brand manager of brand name on Amazon. We have all kinds of different products, such as this, that, and the other. You can name the kinds of products that you have. After checking out your content on a specific platform, you can say TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And then I also know that since I talk about deals, I know that this person actually looked at my content, because she said, we love all the deals you find, and want to reach out, see if you're interested in a paid partnership. So great. Now I know this person's name, I know what their brand is, and I know what kind of products they have, and I know that they're looking for a paid partnership. Great. They've answered so many questions so far. Then they also link their Amazon page or their Amazon store. So I can check out all the kinds of products they have. They sent a link, I can click on it. I don't even have to search it myself. Great. They say, we do have a budget for this. And we also would love to send you the products. So we'd love to see if you're able to share your thoughts on the actual platforms that they're looking for. So they tell me exactly what they're looking for. They're like, we want a TikTok and potentially an Amazon Live as well. We're running a deal soon. So this is something incentivizing to your audience as well. And so I know that this is not just a mass template email. I know that they actually looked at my content. They actually know what kind of content would benefit my audience and what would incentivize me to work with them. And they said, if you're interested in more, let us know your rates. So again, here, they're not assuming my rates. They're not like, oh, we'll offer you $100 to do it. Take it or leave it. They're like actually interested. They're like, what are your rates for the deliverables that we're asking for, TikTok and a live stream? Feel free to provide a shipping address so we can get these products shipped out to you, so you can try them out for yourself and show them in the content later on. Excited to hear from you, Jessica. Great. She told me her name. I know how to refer to her. And I feel like this is the perfect outreach email that answers all my questions, and all I have to respond with is like, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'll pass, instead of having to go back and ask a million questions to figure out what's going on. So hopefully you guys take that template and tweak it to your liking, but I think it's a really, really good outreach email. So how do I start reaching out? I think email is always the best way to start since you are starting a business conversation. It's better than a DM. But again, if you can't find an email, it's okay to start with a DM. Don't let that stop you. Usually influencers will include their email in their profile, but if not, you can just DM them or find them across other platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, anything like that. Just reach them. And then if you can't find their email, this is a really good hack to kind of find Amazon influencers off Amazon and then like vice versa. So Amazon storefronts have all the same link, amazon.com/shop/deal sheets or /username. Usually this like end name is their username off Amazon as well. And it's the name of like the final part of the storefront URL. So if you are looking at an influencer and you know their Instagram name and you want to see if they're an Amazon influencer, you just type in amazon.com/shop/their username. Then you would most likely see if they already have an Amazon storefront or not. If they do, they're probably an Amazon influencer. And if you have their Amazon storefront and you want to do a reverse search, you just take their little name after the shop and then type that into Instagram or YouTube or whatever platform you're looking for them on and see if they have a presence there. Usually this is the same, so you can kind of vice versa search. All right, so here is more about the process of what it looks like looking for influencers. So how do you find influencers to work with? I always say use hashtags or keywords on social media. So if you're looking for a TikTok influencer, search on TikTok. If you're looking for an influencer on Instagram, search on Instagram. And usually a lot of these Amazon influencers are using the same hashtags or the same keywords in their content to make it really, really easy to find them. So a couple of my favorite hashtags, 8 of them to use right here: Amazon finds, Amazon must-haves, Amazon deals, Amazon favorites, Amazon haul, Amazon home, TikTok made me buy it, found it on Amazon. Found it on Amazon is actually an Amazon official hashtag that Amazon uses to find user content with. So a lot of influencers use these hashtags and you can find them. And you can also customize and niche these hashtags down. Like if you have a pet brand, you can search Amazon pet finds, Amazon pet must-haves. You can like niche them down. And also just like Amazon home, Amazon robot vacuum, whatever. You can niche them down to fit whatever situation you're in. And then after you find a couple of influencers, you've checked out their content, you like it, you want to reach out, again, reach out with email or DM. Like we just talked about. After you get a positive response, then you can start negotiating details, rates, copyright usage, exclusivity, timeline. These are all things to consider when negotiating a partnership. And then after you agree to it, send them a product. They're probably going to need it to create content with. That's usually a given when working with an influencer, expecting them to create content with your product. Send them a unit and then give them the creative direction to create the content with, because after all, they do know their audience best. And then after the campaign, give it maybe 24, 48, 72 hours, let the campaign kind of like ride out, gain its popularity, fall back down, and then analyze the results and see the success of the campaign. Did you get the sales you wanted? Did you get the brand awareness you wanted? Did you get the results you wanted from this campaign? Hopefully you did, but if not, then you can hopefully learn something from the campaign to do better next time. All right, so here's a really tough question I always get. It's how much should I expect to budget for my influencer marketing campaign? And while I'm not going to say any numbers because I can't speak on anybody's behalf, it's almost like asking, like, how much should I expect to pay for a car, right? Like, it's like, well, it depends. Do you want a new car? Do you want a Lamborghini? Do you want a Toyota? Do you want something old with some miles on it? Or do you want something like brand new that has like, the status with it? Like, it's like, what kind of situation are you looking for will then determine how much you end up paying for the campaign. So I do want to say, as a good note, 53% of micro-influencers have never been paid to promote a post, and that is purely because a lot of micro-influencers are starting out and looking for products to create content about. So there is a demand for these gifted partnerships, especially for smaller creators who have a much more engaged audience, who are growing, who are, building their audience. And there's a lot of value in that because they usually have a higher trust factor than the larger influencers out there who are charging a lot more. So here's a couple just like generalizations about different tiers of influencers. It goes from micro influencer or nano influencer to kind of middle tier to macro, mega, or celebrity influencers. So the people who are starting out with around 1 to 5K followers, I would say they are probably more willing to do a free or gifted campaign. Obviously, it would depend on the person, but this is the kind of influencer that would be more willing to do it. Once they kind of reach like the 5 to 10 to 15K mark of following, then they're obviously working hard on their content creation journey. They're trying to create quality content. They're growing their audience, and they're going to start looking for more paid or flat fee collaborations. And then as you get larger, some of the larger influencers, since they are getting so many campaign offers, it's probably true that they would probably expect like a flat fee or something more than just like a commission-based or a gifted campaign. Cannot speak for all influencers because I know really large influencers that have done free campaigns because they love a product or they love a brand. I also know very small influencers who charge for their content as well. So it's always best to ask. It's always best to just see if the brand and the budget fit. But if not, there are tons of influencers out there, and it just takes a little bit more searching if you can't find the right one that fits your budget. So just something to know. Always ask for rates, never assume. And if you have a certain budget, just make sure that's known. Okay, so here's a couple of case studies from previous campaigns that I have done. Not all of these were paid campaigns. Some of them were just products that I shared. And most of these were done on TikTok. So as you guys can see, there usually is, the red arrow is where the post was promoted. And then you see like a little spike in sales, in traffic, in keyword ranking right after the post. And then obviously it goes back down. It's a spike and it goes back down. And the value here is that you can kind of take the increased keyword ranking and increased sales. Usually they do kind of go back down, but they never go as low as they started with. So to kind of keep this going long term, you do it again. You do it again and again and again. Influencer marketing campaigns are not like a one-off situation. If you have a one-off viral campaign, amazing. But if you want to keep it going, then it's best to kind of keep doing it with other influencers and kind of learn and go and try large influencers, small influencers, try different platforms, see what works well for you. And once you find, you know, the kind of campaign you're looking for that works for your brand and it hits all the goals that you're looking to hit, then you can rinse and repeat, as I can say. So it's not designed to last forever. It's kind of like a long-term play. So with this, here's where you can maximize what we have as an Amazon seller. So Amazon has this brand referral bonus, and it's using attribution links given to you by Amazon, and it is eligible for brand registered sellers on Amazon, and you can actually get up to 10% back from your referral fees as cash back in your pocket from driving external traffic onto Amazon. And you can do this with paid ads, you can do this with email marketing, you can do this with any kind of external traffic, but influencer marketing campaigns are an excellent way to do this as well. And there's a lot of information about the brand referral bonus program if you don't know about it, but it's basically Amazon's incentive to bring offsite consumers back onto Amazon, and they're going to reward you for that. They love external traffic, and they're going to treat you for bringing external traffic back onto the platform. So basically, you do this using attribution links. Influencers are usually using affiliate links, and to my knowledge, the consensus is that you can't combine affiliate links and attribution links. So with that, it's important to kind of let the influencer know that, like, hey, can you use this attribution link? If they're worried about the affiliate commissions that they're going to miss out on, then you as a brand can make it up to them based on how many sales they generate by, you know, giving them maybe a commission share of like 1 to 4% based on what Amazon would usually give. It's 1 to 4%, but you can kind of work that out with your influencer if you prefer them use an attribution link. Yeah. So that is a really, really good way to use it. Again, using the brand referral bonus program, it's not solely for influencer marketing. You can also use it with website SEO, email marketing, paid social media ads, or like we talked about, influencer marketing campaigns. And here's a really, really good platform to actually use it with. This is a Carbon 6 platform called PixelMe. This is really, really great for Amazon sellers because they actually use it in combination with Amazon's brand referral bonus program. And once you use these attribution links with like a campaign or like paid ads, then you can actually get information about your audience and retarget that audience for future campaigns as well to make that data more useful to you for your future campaign. So try out PixelMe if you haven't yet. They are supported for Facebook ads, TikTok ads, and Google ads. So that's really, really nice if you are looking to take advantage of the brand referral bonus program. All right. So in conclusion, take advantage of the internet in this amazing time that we have where we can reach so many people from just a little internet square in our pocket. Take advantage of using organic content created by real people because nobody likes being sold to anymore. Nobody likes paid ads or sponsored ads. Take advantage of real, genuine testimonials and people's, you know, reviews. Short form video, that be TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. Short form video is what people are loving and consuming right now. So take advantage of this really, really, really cool time. Take advantage of live stream selling, whether that be Amazon Live, Instagram Live, any kind of live selling platform. Take advantage because people are really, really starting to love live stream selling. It's a really engaging way of selling. It's really, really cool. They can ask questions and you can get really good insights. And also take advantage of the reporting that you can get from the influencer side as well. their analytics and insights can provide some good data for you to kind of determine if you're hitting the ROI that you want to hit, and to see if those campaigns are doing what you want them to do. And this is a really nice quote I like. Creating remarkable content is the first step to an effective strategy, but if nobody actually interacts with your content, it's a lost effort. Finding the key influencers that will amplify content is the next step. This is where content marketing and influencer marketing become best friends in modern marketing. So there is that, and this is my keep in touch page. If you want to keep in touch with me, I'm deal sheets on all platforms. I do have a WhatsApp that you can get by scanning this QR code. Here's my email, and you can check out my social medias if you would like. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to scan the QR code and leave your contact information. Feel free to reach out if you are interested in consulting or working together. And I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot about influencer marketing.